Global mainstream media are facing a trust crisis. A recent South African poll also revealed that 89% of those who participated do not trust the media. Move 1 Million polled just over 6,000 people. The movement says this needs to be addressed urgently. I agree. Let's discuss this with the campaign's founder, Jarrett Petzer. Jarrett, disturbing findings. Tell us more.
Disturbing indeed, Jane, and thank you very much for having us on. You know, we conducted this poll just to get an insight into people's perspective regarding the media as a result of a lot of reverberation that we'd noticed on the platform. And, you know, when these statistics came in, it was absolutely shocking to us. And I think we have a real challenge in a democratic society when, you know, one of our pillars is the mainstream media, and the trust is at such an all-time low.
Let's talk more about the reasons. I mean, I've got a personal example. A minister didn't like something that I said and then used so-called independent media to try and hound me. I mean, that's worrying when that sort of thing happens, right? You can understand then why people have problems with the media. You also got Donald Trump and his hatred of the media.
Yeah, we've got a number of different factors. You know, I think people are skeptical of some of the statistics that are coming out through the media, which is obviously driven through our public health department. So it's not necessarily the media's fault; they're just doing their job to report. But certainly we have issues like you just stated now, a little bit earlier on with the Daily Maverick, ANN. You know, media houses found guilty of accepting bribes. So. I don't think it's one particular instance. I think it's a multitude of things, and we really need to work at finding some sort of a solution, or at least opening a dialogue between the public and our mainstream media if we hope to salvage this, I believe.
And if they don't trust us, what impact is that likely to have on getting to the bottom of the truth, of freedom?
Well, the frightening thing is, as people move away from the mainstream, they start going more towards your social media for a source of information. And, you know, we know that social media is fraught with fake news, misinformation. Not all of it, not all the time, but certainly there's a heck of a concern when the information is not being correctly tested. And it's not necessarily the truth. And I think that's a heck of a concern for us in terms of people's health, people's safety, and just in general how the country moves forward.
And, you know, I mean, often you will interview somebody and then immediately comes out that, you know, media is to blame here. It seems to be quite an easy punch ball, doesn't it?
Sure. You know, I believe that it does, but I think that the media needs to take a look at itself as well and ask why we've gotten to this state. I mean, in a recent poll, a recent article by Edmund, give me a second.
Okay, we all have those days.
Edelman, it shows that government is more trusted than our media. I mean, in a country like South Africa, we need to really start asking ourselves, you know, how this happened. And I think that's the point here. You know, I think the point is we need to start asking questions and start getting feedback and understanding where the challenges lie and how we can work towards bettering the situation.
And root out the bad in the media.
Indeed.
Jarrett, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.